Your question is, tell me about about his campaigns where he very actively engaged mainstream politicians in his campaign.
Yes.
Well, there were two such campaigns, and both were very massive campaigns. The first one, of course, is your DRG and NCP EDP's Walk to Freedom campaign that was held, I think, from 1999. Every year on 3rd December, the day of persons with disabilities, the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. So during this Walk to campaign that Javed organized and led, there were a number of representatives from political parties who participated. It was a very regular feature of his Walk to Freedom campaigns. There were leaders from the corporate world. There were leaders, of course, from the disability sector, activists from the disability sector. There were top policy makers from the government who were present in those Walk to Freedom campaigns. There were corporate heads who were there, and there were also representatives from political parties, and they were very happy to be present there. And in fact, I mean, they considered their presence to as very important to express solidarity with the disabilities campaign. I mean, during the 1980s, at least as far as I was familiar with, you had days to commemorate the Global Disabilities Day, the World Disabilities Day, etc., where you had maybe the ministers from the Minister of Social Welfare or the Chief Minister was present, but this is quite different. The presence of representatives of political parties to express solidarity with the cross disabilities cause was something very, very different. So that is one. The second was the convention on disabilities for youth with disabilities. That this convention, I think, was launched by NCP-EDP and Javed in starting 2014 or 2013 or 2015. I'm not very sure. And this conventions for youth with disabilities, that is the actual name. This national convention for youth with disabilities was held to promote leadership among young people with disabilities, students who are undergoing their graduation or post-graduation, young people who have just found employment or who are still, apprenticing with one or the other industries. And these were the people whom these conventions were intended to. And I remember sitting through one convention for youth with disabilities. I'm not sure it was 2015 or 2016. I remember there were representatives from the the Bharatiya Janata Party, you had representatives from the Congress Party, you had representatives from the Communist Party of India, Marxist, and I'm sure there were, representatives from other political parties who are not just present there, actually who spoke from the podium to the audience there. So the participation of political parties was again very, very prominent in these conventions for youth with disabilities. So the point I'm making again is to say, on the one hand, he brought disabilities to the political mainstream, and yet he knew where to draw the line so as not to make the mistake of making disabilities a partisan issue among political parties. And he very actively engaged representatives from various political parties to his campaigns.
Javed Abidi Foundation, JAF, which also stands for Journalism, Advocacy and Fun. Please subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, like, comment and share.